Right, I need to remember to look at the camera and not myself. Hello, I'm Ali, and in this video I want to talk about knowing the difference between loving yourself and loving your image. Because of my journaling, I journal in this beautiful notebook here, and I'll put a link in the description of where I got this from. I got it at the start of the year because I'm trying to make every purchase that I make as environmentally conscious as possible. If it wasn't for me journaling every night before I went to sleep, then I would not have realised that I really needed to work on myself and work on loving myself. I met someone, got a crush on them pretty quickly, and before I knew it, then I was kind of relying on them to give me the love that I craved. And because of my journaling every night, I've noticed a pattern, and I do it with my friends as well. I always tell my friends that I love them, and I've kind of realised I think I do this a bit too often. I kind of say it because I want a response which is the same, like, oh, I love you too, Ali. And I really just want that sort of connection with not only friends but also just someone romantically as well. I crave love from other people. I crave it from other people because I don't have it for myself. And this is a massive issue. Something which I thought would make me love myself was like making people love the way that they saw me. So this relates a lot to adding to my Instagram and my Snapchat stories and different posts that I'd post on Instagram itself. I'd constantly watch my Snapchat and Instagram stories, not necessarily to see who has been watching them, but to see like if I was happy with what I'd posted, if I liked the order that it was in, checking for the 5th time if I've made any typos, because apparently that would mean the end of the world if I had put a typo in. If I was posting something on my story to look like I was having a good time. Like, I watch so many TikToks, and I was mainly getting like inspiration from these videos. There are lots of people on TikTok who post videos about their aesthetic and outfits and makeup, and I just get so inspired by all of them, partly envious, definitely envious, but also inspired. I'm envious because they are like very good at filming in a way that like makes what they're doing look really cool. The way that they're zooming in and out, making it look really cool, like sort of like a 15-second documentary. And if I was going to try and do that, it would simply be because I want people to think that I'm cool. When in reality, I'm no good at making art like that. And I have to just accept that. I'd completely forget that I'm good at other things, like embroidery. You can have a really good day, you can be having the best day of your life, like completely, and not share it on social media. I'm really still trying to recognise when I'm posting on social media just to boost my image, and I'm really trying to just like do that less. So for example, yesterday I had a really good day, I did nothing. This leads on to my second point actually, of listening to yourself. I really reached out to my friends for help. I explained to them that I was searching for this love from people and I was just craving it. And different friends told me different things, and every day I remember these points. One of my friends, he said to me, oh, you've got to listen to yourself, you've got to listen to your body. It's difficult at first and it's probably different for everyone. For example, yesterday I'd made a list of goals that I wanted to do for the day. My second goal was to do an economics lecture, and I was really struggling to get through the first half of it. If I carried on doing the whole of the lecture, I wouldn't have actually learnt anything. It literally took me 45 minutes of the lecture that I was watching for me to realise I have to just stop doing this. I'm allowed to stop doing these notes. I'm allowed to listen to myself. I'm allowed to not do this goal for the day and do something else, because if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing right now, I'm not going to get the most out of it. And then for the rest of the day I ended up binge watching the entire season of The Island whilst eating donuts and embroidering. I did that for the whole day and I had the best time. Like, that's what I needed. I wasn't procrastinating. You have to know the difference between procrastinating and listening to your body when it needs a rest. And the whole time I was watching it, I wasn't feeling guilty. I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm procrastinating, I really shouldn't be doing this, because I'd already realised earlier on doing my lecture notes that I wasn't getting the most out of my lecture notes because I wasn't enjoying it. So I was letting myself scrap my daily goals for that day. I was eating 3 donuts. I ended up not eating dinner because I'd filled up on donuts and I had no regrets. And I thought to myself, because I'm letting myself do this today, I'm less likely to procrastinate tomorrow, and then tomorrow I'm going to feel really good because I'm going to get all of my daily goals done and I'm actually going to be more focused. Journey of self-love and noticing the differences between loving yourself and loving your image, it first comes from self-awareness. And another thing which one of my best friends said was to remove toxic people out of your life. I feel like the hardest part of removing toxic people out of your life is because you feel like you don't have the right to do it. They just would not help me in my self-love journey. They'd pull me back from it. And I couldn't let myself be in those positions anymore. And at first, deleting them was so difficult. Like, actually clicking the remove friend button, oh my god. But once I'd done it, I thought, like, wow, if I can remove that person out of my life who I really like, but they're not good for me, I can kind of do anything. So that was a really good first step to my self-love journey, was removing toxic people out of my life. Another thing, Pinterest. I typed in self-love on Pinterest and of course came up so many self-love challenges. I haven't done the whole challenge, but I keep looking at the points on it and I keep trying to implement them into my life. The second point was listen to a podcast. I typed in self-love on Spotify and I've started listening to podcasts by Master Self-Love. I'll put a link in the description below of her. Listening to podcasts often instead of music is so helpful. I hadn't set boundaries between me and some of the friends that I had in my life, and I really needed to set those boundaries because I couldn't take on all of their problems when they thought that I could, and I thought that I could as well, but it turns out that I couldn't. So, as horrible as you may sound when you're saying to someone, I can't help you, I can't listen to all of your problems, it's going to help both of you in the long run, because then they'll learn not to rely on you so much and you won't be bogged down by all of their issues when you've got your own. So setting boundaries is so important for your self-love journey, and it's really helped me. Before my self-love journey, then I thought I did love myself. When I first started uni, I talked to everyone on my course. I've got an amazing friendship group. I really feel at home here. I really feel part of everything that's going on. I've been the happiest that I've ever been here at uni. But obviously it was when I developed this crush and my feelings spiraled out of control, that's when I realised that I didn't love myself, and in fact I actually loved my image. I am the person who I want to be here, the person who I've been imagining myself to be, confident, talkative, friendly, just the person who I'd imagined in my head for so many years. I have become here at uni. I thought that was self-love. I thought being the person that you wished you were, being the person that you can be, that you want to be, that you want to show to other people, I thought that was self-love. But that's just me loving my image. I love the way that people see me. Realising the difference between loving your image and loving yourself is so important. So if you're wondering how am I going to realise that, journaling every night or any time during the day is so helpful. And also it's just fun to look back on because there are so many things in here and I read through my journal all the time. If I didn't journal every day, then I'd lose so many memories. Loving yourself is not selfish at all. Loving yourself is necessary so that when you find someone that you want to love and loves you, you're not relying on them. And if things go tits up with you and someone you like are with or your friends, then you have the love for yourself to help you. If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? And it's so true. Like, I've realised through my self-love journey that me not loving myself meant that I can't love other people and I can't expect them to love me as much as I want. So you have to find out the difference between your self-image and loving that and loving yourself. It's very different and only you can figure that out. I hope this video has helped and I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Like, so if you're also going through a self-love journey, or if you've learned something from this video, or if there's something that you can teach me to help me with my self-love journey, I would love that so much. So please comment below. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Okay, bye!